Alrighty, Joey. Now, this is the third segment of our show. This is the part that is the guest's lesson or tips for the viewers and the listeners. And if you are joining us live, this is the time to start popping your questions for Joey into the comments, and I'll put them to him after he's finished sharing some wisdom with us. Now, mate, you want to talk to us about tips and tricks for promoting promoting a brand. So I'm going to throw it over to you, and you can impart some wisdom on us.
And I think that we've probably covered a little bit of that in previous conversations, but probably one of the main things is, what we saw, especially during this hard time that we're coming out of, we saw a lot of people who came up with new brands, and there's a lot of people who just decided to make their own products and take a leap of faith into this barbecue world. First and foremost, I want to say, congratulations, because this was the time to do it. The one thing that you have to understand is there's two schools of thought in the barbecue world. The number one is, if you have a small brand and it's a small batch brand and you're making it in your kitchen, or if you're making it, however you're going to do it, you're making less than a pallet when you're doing this product. You have to understand the value of your product. Because I know I've done it. It took me, $60 to make one bottle of sauce. By the time that I bought, so-and-so's, glaze and this sauce and that sauce, and put them all together to create my own product. So you have to be very thoughtful as you're going through this process to make sure that you can make something that people can afford, and something that you can afford to make, and something that will have a little bit of shelf life. The other thing that I want to say is, once you have a good product and you find people who can honestly give you their opinions on the product, because a lot of times when you take a product and you go and give it to somebody and they're going to, oh yeah, I love it. It was great. It was perfect. Guess what? They didn't spend their money on it. They didn't make any investment in it. So it's like it's your family barbecue. You have the best barbecue every single time your family's there, and then later on when they go home, maybe it may change. I don't know. But I mean, the thing is, you have to understand is you're not going to get a totally unbiased opinion every single time that you put something in front of someone. So it's always good to just get some very random people that is competitive or whatever, if that's what your intention is, and get that product out to those people and let them honestly judge your product. And then you have to understand too is, when you taste the seasoning right out of the bottle, it's way different once it's cooked. It's way different once you cook it on beef, or once you cook it on chicken, or once you cook it on an emu, whatever you're going to cook it on. The flavor palette changes so much. And so you have to have a lot of direction for people to understand how to use your product. That's one of the things that a lot of people don't get. And it's one of the things that I'm actually working on right now, is working with a lot of independent guys to really get the product story out. Because just because it's a barbecue rub, you get it and you're going to use it. You may not use it for that intended purpose or how they expected you to use that product. We're barbecue guys. We don't read instructions. We don't do any of that. We use it the way that we think it's supposed to be used. And then if it works, perfect. If it doesn't, you go, oh no, that stuff's no good. So the thing is once you have a product out there and people receive it well, then you have to find good partners to be able to sell your product. Now, in today's age, all you need is social media and a fulfillment. So whether you're doing it that at home, you're paying your kids to do it, whoever's going to do it, everything costs. Nickels add up to dollars. So what you wind up having is you have to figure out, how much is it going to cost to ship? How much is that bottle? If I can't get that bottle cap today, what am I going to use if I don't have it? Once I get to X amount of dollars, do I have to start claiming this on my taxes? You have to figure out the ins and out of this type of stuff. You want to go sell it on the weekends, whatever. the barbecue in sauce and seasoning industry is very, 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 very inundated and very hard. You're going to have what you find is you'll see a lot of people who will flock to one thing and then another. So if somebody has a little bit of success here on this one product this one time, and you happen to put it on social media, then all of a sudden it's going to sell well. You got to remember, I mean, 5 years ago, nobody shared anything that they did. You couldn't even get in a trailer. You couldn't see what they were doing. It was very, very, very secretive. Nowadays, everybody wants you to know what they're doing. So, I mean, the times have changed so much. Even what we're doing with Barbecue League right now is we actually get invitations to guys at contests. They go, "Oh, will you come and film me doing my box turn in?" Man, 5 years ago we couldn't do that. No, nobody. They didn't want you to see nothing, you know. But again, like I said, is now it's so easy for you to get on and make a success story, but it's also very easy for you to determine whether you want to go down this road and make this investment, because it can be a crazy, crazy investment. Um, and you have to decide. I mean, are you a businessman for barbecue, or are you a competition guy for barbecue? There's few guys who make it work. Bill Purvis is a great example right now. Bill Purvis is very successful. He just launched his seasoning line, and guess what? His success is pushing that seasoning. Now, once the people get that seasoning in their hands, and if they can experience the same success that he's having, they're going to continue to buy the product. Now, again, Fred Robles, he just launched the line dish this week as well. You know, again, success tends to follow some of these people who immediately are going to be successful. Sell a case, sell a pallet, you know, right off the bat. Remember, don't get discouraged. If you believe in your product and it's a good product and you have people who will give you good, honest opinions on it, pursue it. You know, figure out the way that you can make the most money on it. The way you're going to make the most money on it is if you sell it yourself. Other than that, you know, like I said, is you can go put it in a shop and consign it, and, you know, see if it sells in a month, you know, and then they'll pay you a little bit back, or, you know, whatever. But like I said, I mean, if it's a passion, pursue it. You know, if it's a passing, you know, it's a passing, you know. But like I said, you know, it helps to be a little successful in what you're doing. If you're not successful, find somebody who is, to help you make it successful. Pretty simple.
Yeah, good, man. That's some great advice there. Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to say that now's probably a good time for us to start wrapping this up, bringing the interview to an end. So I'm going to throw the studio over to you now. Give some thanks, give some praise, give some shout outs to people that have helped you out along the way, and make sure you tell everybody where they can track you down on the internet.
Sure. I tell you, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed this time being here. I look forward to seeing you and our Australian friends this year, hopefully. You know, I know that, you know, everything is coming. We're right around the corner from everything. So hopefully, you know, everyone will get an opportunity to come see us, and a lot of us will get a chance to go see you. And, you know, one of the other things, you know, right now is, luckily for me, the Blues Hog and Gateway brands treat me extremely well. That is, you know, who I work for on a daily, and that's what I do. So if you need Blues Hog products or Gateway products, please let us know, and we'll make sure we find your retailer close, or you can always order them directly from us and we'll get them there. The other thing that I wanted to say is, you know, we do work with other brands right now, promotional wise, you know, for the Barbecue League and that, and it's like Yeti, and work with Tito's Vodka. I work with Topo Chico, work with Gunther Wilhelm Knives. I got a sporty little knife case. He's not supporting me, but I got Maka, who's got me a cool knife roll that goes with me everywhere I go, and I promote it as much as I can. But other than that, you know, barbecue family is barbecue family. I've been blessed to know just about everybody there is in this barbecue world. And I'm always looking for more friends. And like I said, if you ever see me anywhere and you need some help or support, please feel free to reach out. You know, I'm kind of a fixer in the barbecue world. You know, if I don't have it, I probably know who does. and we can always, it's all about relationships and, growing great relationships in here. I try to keep a good name in the industry, and it's one of those things. If you stick with good people in the industry, good things happen to you.